And you can turn the kitty's head, and it has... It's like a scene from The Exorcist here, isn't it, right? Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 1925 Bungalow. I'm Scott. It's been a while. Let's go thrifting. And then come right back here to this table and I'll show you everything I bought today. All right, here I am at the thrift store again, and this particular candlestick is screaming quality. Now, I think it's Heisey. I'm looking at it, and Heisey didn't mark all of their glass, but when they did mark it, they would often put the H and the diamond in really weird places. So, you know, if you flip a Heisey, if you flip a piece upside down and you don't see an H, it could be hiding in various places. Okay, this isn't working for me. It's $3. I'm going to put it in my cart. We'll look at it when we get out in the car. Nice quality. Let's take a look at this calendar plate. And look at the Gibson Girl. That's $4, and it is 1909. Okay, I've got to buy that. 1909. Can't really see what's on the back. We'll take a look at that when we get out in the car. Try to get my focus back in. Yeah, we'll look at that in the car. 1909. What is that? Oh, hello, Barbie Celebration. She got too much lipstick on. I'm not trying to get anything with Barbie on it. All right. This is $4. It has a chip. It's nicely painted. I think we'll pass on that. This one is also $4. Oops. And that's okay. I think I'm going to leave that here as well. But I will put it back the way that it was. I might not be able to do it while I'm on camera. I might have to fix it. Nope, I got it. Okay, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing. There's the Last Supper. Look at all the Easter things. Okay, turn the camera on, and what do we see? Let's just take a look, and you're going to recognize a lot of... Ooh, I just saw that. I don't want to pay $8 for it, but you know what? I might take a chance. When I get here tomorrow, everything here will be 25% off. And this, I think this is Cambridge, and sometimes this has a patent on it. No, okay, but I still think that's Cambridge. And I may wait, because amber glass isn't that popular with folks for whatever reason. I love it. And a lot of times, as I said, I think that'll still be here. So the Anchor Hocking Fire King, I'm not going to buy that. That doesn't. Anyway, and that's also $8. So, oh, there's old Mildred. Look, there's old Mildred by Mount Clemens. And I have never to this day found a single piece of Mildred by Mount Clemens that is marked. I've never found one piece. Have you? I haven't. And then there's a couple. I've got some. Yeah, this is pretty, and I'd like that for next autumn, but I might just wait and take a chance. I think that'll be here when I get here tomorrow. I think so. I'm not going to buy this, everyone, but take a look. I think it's a little girl, and it looks like it's something that was done probably around 1930. Look at the haircut and the little collar, but I can also date it by the frame. That's a very typical style frame from that era. Turn it around to the back. Yeah, I'll put it down. It's just a little, I don't know if it's, I don't see, I think it's an original, of somebody's little girl from the right around the 1920s or early 30s. So, I don't know. No. I don't need that. Don't need that. I don't need that. But if I were to buy one, it would be that one. Now, why do I keep looking at it? Oh, for pity's sake. How much is the doggone thing? I am not... It's $9. No, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep rescuing everything. I don't have anywhere to put it. I'm not going to be able to sell it or make any money off of it. No, I've got to just keep going. Okay, I got to keep going. Gee whiz, look at this. Isn't that a pretty EAPG bowl? My goodness, $8. I'm telling you what, EAPG is so ignored around here. I know this will be here tomorrow. Watch me. Yep, I'm gonna wait. Gee, I like that pattern. Very, very busy, but I think it's well done. And that's old. That's 100 years old. I'm gonna put that down. And I see a lot of things I'm just gonna wait. We're gonna look at that later, some other day. What is this? Little buttons and bows. Or buttons and something. Snack tray. And here's one. Looks like it's the same pattern, but this has a gold or a silver. This has silver decorations on it. Some punch cups. $1.50 each. Need any punch cups? I did skip, of course, we all know Fenton. Ooh, you better be here tomorrow. This is Japan. With it, that would have had a. That's pretty. That would have had a rattan handle. That's from the 1930s. There's the old Japan mark on the back. All right, so I will be back tomorrow morning at opening when the bell rings. Yep. You know, and if the things are here, they're here. If they're not, they're not. I think some of the things will be. The items that I'm buying today, I don't want to take a chance. I really want this 1909 plate with the Gibson girl on it. I really want that. And the candlestick is cheap, so go ahead and get those. All right, I think that's going to do it for this particular store, which means let's go out in the truck and we'll head to another shop. Okay, I would venture to say that one of the most recognizable patterns of glass you're going to find in almost any thrift store is Anchor Hocking's early American press cut. There it is. It is not called Star of David. Stop calling it that. It doesn't even look like the Star of David. Anyway, this is $10 and I'm certainly not going to buy it. I think this pattern came out in 1960. It was enormously popular and there are a gazillion, million, trillion. It's nice glass, but it is everywhere. In fact, there's a piece of it right there. That's not what goes in that box, but it happens to be sitting out there for some reason. There's another piece there. Anyway, you will, if you memorize that pattern, you will see it everywhere. And of course, there's a ton of it online. What is, that's Imperial glass. Look at that. Look at this glass bake piece by McKee. That's not bad. I think that would clean up okay. In yellow, $6. I'm at a different store now. If I don't buy this today and I wait and buy it tomorrow, it's 15% off. Now I'm here late in the afternoon. I could hide it. Why don't I hide it? Yeah. Of course, somebody's going to find it anyway. They've cleaned off all their shelves here. So even if I hide it, somebody's going to find it. Let's try anyway. Put it way down there. I know you're saying, buy it, it won't be there tomorrow. I'm not over the moon about it. And I'm telling you what, with prices the way they are, folks, I have to economize anytime I can. I really do. You know, as I said, as they said, you make your money when you spend your money. So I'm always keeping that keeping that in mind. Look, does it glow? No, it's plastic. Haha, made you look. Okay, fantastic. I've been to 3 stores, and what do I have to show for myself? Not much, but I'm happy with what I bought. Okay, there's the little 1909 plate, and I took a closer look. I really like around each month they have an appropriate frame of garland, you know, different flowers for each month as you would expect. Isn't that nice? It says semi-porcelain on the back, and it's difficult for me to see what else is there because it's hard to read. And I'm just generically saying Gibson girl. I think a lot of you know the history of the illustrator, Mr. Gibson. I think that old Charlie Gibson that used to be on a morning show, I think that was his grandfather actually who was the illustrator. And then that type of girl gets the name Gibson girl after the illustrator. Anyway, 1909, love it, love it, love it. We're gonna look at that again. I might have another candlestick in the basement that matches this. Look at this. Now, could have been for cigarettes, could have been. They made little non-filtered cigarettes that would fit in here. Very possible. I'm gonna lean towards something for the dresser. Trinket box for the dresser, but we really don't know, and it doesn't make a difference. Look at the metal work on that. Isn't it beautiful? With glass. It's very nice quality. Now, I wish come on and focus. Did it focus for us? It didn't. What is going on today? Okay, maybe it will. I think it's trying to. That's nice. That's a nice little piece there. For rings and things. Oh, you cigarettes. No, quit smoking. It's not good for you. Look at it. Okay, it's the day after yesterday, which is why I have on a different outfit. And I just got told off. Woo, I just got told off. Not cussed out, but I got told off. Some grumpy old man at the post office. And I was very nice, but he was not nice. You know, because I print all my labels. And the ladies, I love the ladies at my post office. They are so nice. They let me pull up to the back door when I have 20 and 30 boxes. And they bring out this cart. But I have to go in first to tell them, and I usually take 1 box in. But there were people in line, and you can always go up. When you have a box that's already got a label on it, you don't wait in line. You just drop it off. That's one of the beauties of doing prepaids. But Mr. So-and-so didn't quite understand that, so that was all right, though, the poor thing. I was very nice. I wanted that, but I didn't want to pay. I knew if I waited a day, I could get it for 25% off, and I did. I also bought this wonderful EAPG bowl, which I just love. It reminds me. Well, as you can see, that was a hodgepodge of thrifting clips from here, there, and everywhere. But let's see what we've got. Now, I'm sipping out of my Anchor Hocking Jadeite D-handled, mug. So let's have a sip. And the jadeite that does not glow. That's right. Hawking didn't put any uranium in their glass. Not at that point. Okay, Easter is coming, and that means I am still always looking for these baskets. A lot of them were made by Westmoreland or Imperial. This is an old one, probably from the 20s or 30s, and I think it might be, this one might be an example of, Westmoreland, I think, possibly. Possibly. It's all done in a mold and does not have an applied handle. Look at this. I was able to go back and get this bowl. Did I show you this in the car? I think I did. But that is a nice EAPG glass, pressed glass bowl. Don't know the pattern, but I like it. Yeah, no chips, no cracks. We'll have that for sale. And by the way, this video is going out on Monday afternoon in February. I don't even remember the date. I think it might be the 5th, something like that. Well, I'm having a live sale tonight. Yes, I'm having a live sale tonight, Monday. So I hope you'll come back. If you're watching this on Monday in the afternoon, come on back at 8 o'clock tonight. And then the Vintage Vinny arrives, I believe, on Thursday. We're going to go thrifting, so we'll have some lives. We'll probably go live Thursday night and do a chit-chat, maybe a Barbie clothing review. I got to update you on that. And then Vinny and I will have a live sale on Friday night. And Vinny's bringing some good stuff. And so I want you to stay tuned for that. We'll probably go ahead and have a preview on Thursday night, right? Okay, so there are links to both of those videos, rather those live sales. There's a link to tonight's and there's a link to Friday night's, but you've got to go to the old Curiosity Shop page to see it. You can click on it and hit remind me. So if you forget, a buzzer will go off. Okay. Pink. A wonderful pink depression, and it is wheel cut here, etched and polished on the bottom for serving cakes and cookies and whatnot. Now I love wood. Yep, I was into wood long before glass. And when my father and I had a spot in an antique store, we sold a lot of antique furniture, a lot of it. And so I always love, one of my favorite types of wood is oak. And I found this old, now this is old, we're going to talk a couple reasons why we know it is. A little table and 2 chairs for a doll. Could have been homemade. Look at the table in oak. And can you see when I turn it this way, you see globs of dirt? No, that's what we call alligator hide. And that is old shellac. Yeah, anybody that's got an old upright piano that your granny had, you know what that old, you can't, well, I shouldn't say you can't, but there aren't ways to fake it, but boy, you can't really fake it and be too terribly convincing, in my opinion. So this is antique oak. This was probably made sometime around 1920 or before. There's the little table. And then 2 wooden, very simply made wooden chairs, but also made of oak. Look at these. I'll give you the measurements. I don't know, we might sell these tonight. I might put these in the eBay store. I think I'll wait and put these in the eBay store. See the old oak? With that beautiful old honey colored shellac on there. There's a spider web. These have been sitting out on the porch. I've actually had these for a few days. See all that old shellac? Oh, you leave that on there. You don't strip that off. No. So I really like that. I also like quite a bit, and I think we'll sell these tonight. I've got 4 of these. Look at this. If you like mid-century colors, sort of a robin's egg blue. Oh, I said I wasn't going to name colors anymore. You know, you got to remember with colors, and I know I've said this before, we all see colors differently, and the settings on our cell phones, TV sets, and computers are different, right? If you haven't taken any Windex to your TV screen in a while, you'll be surprised how much dirt comes off of it. But anyway, because I had something the other day that really was, what color was it? It was either green or blue, but a lot of folks were seeing it very differently on their screens. And again, when you have these sort of in-between colors, sometimes it's difficult. Anyway, it's turquoise or robin's egg, more like a robin's egg. And it's a little snack set. These are little tiny plates, very small, not even hardly big enough for a sandwich, but definitely big enough for a little piece of cake. And we're supposed to have small pieces of cake, right? So they're completely unmarked. Probably American made, but not a mark on any of them. And I've got 4 of them, 4 plates and 4 little cups. We'll probably sell those tonight in the live sale at 8 p.m. Then we will wait until next autumn season, and we will sell this beautiful divided piece, which I said in the store, I think it's Cambridge, and I still forgot to look it up, but I think that's what it is. And it's in amber. It's beautiful glass. And I've had this before a couple of times. You're going to have to wait until next September to see that. You're going to have to wait until next September to see this too. Oh, I love it. Amber glass, there it is. It's down inside. This, once again, many different makers. And a lot of folks did this little starburst on the bottom. I'd really have to spend time with my books to tell you whether it's Westmoreland or Imperial or New Martinsville or Hayden City. It's not Anchor Hocking, I can tell you that, or Hazel Atlas. So there it is in its little carrying caddy, which is pierced there, and nice little handle. Nice piece. Again, we are circa late 20s into the very early 30s with that amber glass. We'll have this tonight. Look at the kitty cat. Now this is 52 years old. Exactly. How do you know that? Well, because this is 1972 on the bottom. And this is made in Japan, and it's got a 1972 mark on it. You know, they were making these in Germany back in the 30s. I like this one a lot. And you can turn the kitty's head, and it has... It's like a scene from The Exorcist here, isn't it, right? Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. I'm trying to get the kitty's head off. But it's got the little safety device, you know, the little tabs here. So nobody wants a decapitated kitten head in their Nescafe. Oh, how shameful. When the ladies come to lunch and you delicately pour. And Mrs. McGillicuddy gets a Siamese cat head in her coffee cup. That's not a Siamese cat, but you know what I mean. Anyway, this is really cute. It's got no damage on it at all. It's ready to go, ready to use. See? Okay. Stop playing with it. Now, look at this. That is as Art Deco as it can be. And regardless of what the animal is, we usually just say the leaping gazelle, right? Even though it could be something else. That's typically the 1920s and 30s, and then this motif comes back again in the 50s. But they're usually just referred to as a leaping gazelle. If you would want to call it a leaping deer, that would be okay too. It's etched, or frosted rather, glass. Frosted glass with a chrome plated, in a chrome plated metal case as the tray to cart your little Art Deco cocktails around. Can't you see a bunch of cobalt blue little cocktail tumblers on there? I can. Okay, and then I think the last thing I'll show you today is, and I really got these because of the condition. I don't know how popular, I didn't really go online to look and see, but there was a time when everybody was buying up these Bessie P's Gutmann prints, and here I have two. Bessie P's Gutmann, as you probably know, was an American illustrator, female, obviously, illustrator. And she had, maybe a dozen or 2 dozen magazine covers in the 20s. And she painted babies and little pixies with wings and things like that. I think she also did an early illustration for a Alice in Wonderland. So circa 1925 to 35 here. I don't know what year she died, so these may actually be a little bit earlier than that. They're in excellent condition, both of them, and they both have different poses, and so I'll show you. A couple of the things that's important is original, and that's the reason why I bought these. We've got original frames. How do you know the frame is original? That blue paint, that screams Maxfield Parrish, R. Atkinson Fox. This was the way frames were made. Very popular, 1910, 1920, up to about 1930. And then the blue paint sort of goes out of fashion, but this is all original here. Even the backs are original. There's no foxing, which is when moisture gets in and you get all those little deep brown dots all over the place. There's no water damage, and they're not faded. This one is entitled, oh golly, Miss Molly. That's not the title of it. The title is Awakening, because obvious reasons. And this one is entitled A Little Bit of Heaven. And then over here, it's too small for me to see. I've got to get my magnifying. I have a magnifying glass, but I stepped on it and I broke it. So the baby is asleep. And there's the title, and then the Bessie P's signature is over here. It's very hard to see, but it's there. Now, let me put these down. It's hard for me to get those, for you to see them. If I were still in a brick and mortar shop, it would be so easy. You just take them in, hang them up, great. This is a little bit more of a tough sell because of shipping. These are going to be in big boxes. Big boxes. I'm going to sell the pair, but we're, what, 16 by 14 or 18 by 16, and with glass, yeah. So it gets very expensive to pack and ship something like that. And as I said, I don't know I don't know that the popularity is still there with those, but, and you know I paid too much at the thrift store, but I had to get them. Okay, so I guess there's stuff up there I want to show you, but let's wait and do that another time. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed it and the shopping trip. Come and see me tonight at 8 p.m. right here on the Old Curiosity Shop. Now, I'm going out into the kitchen and I'm going to make homemade beef noodle soup. And I'm going to film it. So you'll see that maybe tomorrow or the next day. Hope to see you tonight. And until then, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching. Wait for the cat. And so long for now. 2 lumps, please.